You know, guys, I was just getting ready to go to bed, but I couldn't go to sleep right away. You know why? Because I ended up smelling some legit Activision bullshit. And thanks to an Activision shill known as Charlie, a.k.a. Charlie Intel or whatnot. Actually, to be honest, yeah, I'm not even 100% sure if they're Activision shills or not. They probably are. But they posted a very interesting article that made this long nose of mine really detect some of this Activision bullshit. And it's very easy if you're the publisher that pays for everything to blame everything on the devs, right? I mean, at this point, we know for a fact that skill-based matchmaking is something that's implemented by Activision and not the developers themselves, even though we thought it was the developers for a long time. But nope, it was Activision. And for the longest time as well, we also thought that the microtransactions was 100% the developer's fault. But nope, it's all Activision. It's all Activision. So it's very, very easy for Activision, especially since they pay the bills and they're the ones behind the scenes, right? They're not the ones that promote the game. They're not the ones that develop the game, but at the same time, they call the shots. I mean, the developers are basically like puppets right now, and these guys are the puppet masters with the strings, right? They control the strings. And unfortunately, there's no Dr. Manhattan that can see the strings and make a difference, unfortunately. We're the fans. We see the difference, you know, because not all of us are stupid. A lot of us are, but at the same time, not all of us are. And the thing is that, well, we see that there are a lot of puppets in motion, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because our so-called friend or whatnot, right? Charlie Intel posted a recent article that goes as followed. Rumor: Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer not releasing because developers think community won't like it. Well, here's where I smell the bullshit here, fellas. I smell bullshit here simply because of the fact that why in the fuck would you make this game? Why would you make a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer that's already ready to be released, that's been said and rumored and leaked that it was ready to be released, but the timing was off or whatnot, and now you're changing your stance and you're basically saying that you're not going to release it because you think that your community is not going to like it. That is absolute bullshit, because whether or not the community likes it, you would actually release it and fill it up with microtransactions and some other bullshit or whatnot and everything in between. Okay, if you're going to make something and if you're going to pay developers to make something, guess what? You're going to want some money in return. So why in the fuck would you not release it, even if you think it was bad? I mean, Modern Warfare, I'm sorry for those of you that like Modern Warfare, okay? But I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to keep it real, and that's the way I'm going to be, and that's the way I've always been, and I will always be. And that is the fact that Modern Warfare is literally the biggest piece of shit COD that's ever been made. Okay, I don't care how great the graphics are. I don't care how good the quote-unquote gunplay is or whatnot, even though there's not really that much gunplay in the game, since everybody's pretty much just sitting on their dick and pretty much just sitting there with their sights aimed down, just waiting for somebody to peek their head out or waiting for somebody to actually try to run in the game and try to play the game as the way it's supposed to be played in the first place. But nope. Modern Warfare by design is the biggest piece of shit. That's the biggest failure that's ever been created in Call of Duty as of recent years. As a matter of fact, probably ever. So the thing is this. It still got released. It still made a shit ton of money. They still bullshitted. They baited and switched us. And they created these safe spaces. I'm even going to say that the safe spaces and everything probably weren't even Infinity Ward's idea. And you know what leads me to say this? I'll tell you what leads me to say this. I will tell you 100,000% exactly what leads me to say this. Because if you look at this game right here, right? Infinite Warfare. I know that this game was hated a lot from the community simply because of the fact that it took place way in the future. There were space themes. People were ready to go back to boots on the ground or whatnot. But if you look at it as a total Call of Duty experience, okay, there was no skill-based matchmaking. It was totally an arcade first-person shooter, which was what COD is supposed to be in the first place. The spawns worked fine. The sound and the footsteps were working the way it was supposed to. The mini-map was working the way it's supposed to. The developers themselves did so many things to be as community-friendly as possible. And yes, I am talking about Infinity Ward. This Infinity Ward, the current Infinity Ward right now, is probably, for the most part, the same developers, okay? But the thing is, again, when you have somebody, the puppet master, controlling how you move and what you do, or else you're fired, of course you're going to change up everything you do in order to keep your fucking job. Especially right now, since times are so tough with this damn beer flu and all that kind of stuff, and everybody's suffering. And by the way, everybody, I hope you guys are doing okay with the beer flu. I hope you guys are able to make things happen in order to survive or whatnot. Hopefully this gets better. But the thing is this. I mean, seriously, like, how stupid do you think your community is? I mean, we do know that those 12-year-olds, the 8-year-olds, the 10-year-olds that manage to get their hands on this game even though they're not supposed to. You know, those toxic little kids, you know, the ones that kind of fuck around with the game, and you know, some of the more, you know, those guys right there. I mean, sure, the kids will be kids, right? They're not going to see through everything like us grown adults are, right? But the thing is this, guys, I mean, seriously. I mean, since when would they actually make something that was meant to be released and all of a sudden say, nope, we don't think the community is going to like it? So, I mean, wasn't Modern Warfare 2, didn't we actually want Modern Warfare 2 change to exist in the first place during the Vince Zampella and Jason West days before things fell apart with Activision and those guys? Seriously, wasn't the community asking for a change? Wasn't the community asking for One Man Army Noob Tubes to be gone or Commando Pro to be gone and a couple of the other things that were wrong with that game, right? To give it a little bit more balance and to keep things from being too messy. I mean, I understand that Modern Warfare 2's success was built on some of the mess that the game had, but at the same time, again, too much of a mess is too much of a mess, and it could ruin the experience. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean the game has to be fully balanced, but at the same time, Commando Pro is annoying as fuck and it destroyed the game. One Man Army Noob Tubes, same exact thing. Easy nukes, reverse boosting and free for all because of the attack insertions, you name it. I mean, all these little tiny fixes could have easily been done. And if these are the changes that they've meant to put into the game, I mean, why? I mean, if it's something we've been asking for, then why the fucking hell not? And the thing is, if you were to go on the reverse side and say, oh, they changed too much to where it plays actually like Modern Warfare and they added doors and extra doors into the maps, just like the DLC maps or whatnot, we don't think the community is going to like it. Well, Modern Warfare already exists and you've already added that bullshit into the game and you've done everything in your power to appease the very casual community by not only taking the fun out of the game and implementing skill-based matchmaking, but making the game like overly campy because of it. And the thing is, everybody can camp, and the thing is, the game is boring as fuck if everybody's just sitting in a corner holding their dick. But yeah, the thing is, guys, long story short, I smell bullshit. For whatever reason, they say that they're not going to release it. I don't know what that reason is, but the thing is, I still smell bullshit in terms of the reason they're giving us, right? Maybe the game is not complete. Maybe it was a rumor all along and it never really existed. You never know. Because right now, Activision's not stupid when it comes to this. They already know that a bunch of leakers have been leaking shit to the gaming revolution. Maybe they want to put a stop to this shit by basically getting someone else to feed this person lies or to tell that person that's been feeding the gaming revolution lies and to switch things up so that way we don't know everything that's going on or whatnot. I mean, granted, nobody really knows everything that's going on in Activision because of the fact that you have to be somebody that's literally on the inside to know what's going on. And hell, I bet even those guys don't even fucking know. But yeah, interesting nonetheless, guys. I'll leave a link in the description to the entire article. I mean, it's nothing really big or nothing much that we don't know. All it is that the gaming, it's basically the great gaming revolution basically saying all this shit. So in terms of how the leaker is telling him that it's not going to be released because the developers think that the community won't like it. Holy shit. I mean, if they made the right moves, I think the community would like it. I mean, I'm not too crazy about Modern Warfare 2, but you guys, I mean, come on. It doesn't take a genius to smell that something is wrong. Something is definitely off. And there's definitely some bullshit in the air. So let me know down in the comment section, guys. What do you think? Do you think there's bullshit in the air, or do you guys think I'm being overly passionate about this? Anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. Let me know down in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.